slapdash. Call the cards, take home the cash on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome to Card Sharks. Nice to have you here with us. Thanks for joining us at home. Thank you. You're very kind. And a special vote of thanks to Alfred Franken of Cairo, Illinois, who sent in that opening poem. Not too good, Alfred. I'm sure we'll get better ones from the audience. Right now, we've got a game in progress. Let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, start loading in the cards just where we left off, and we'll meet our Card Sharks. Patricia Ortiz. Hello, Patricia. Our champion. Studying to be a speech pathologist, right? And you have won $1,500 with us, Patricia. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Have any idea what you'll do with the money?
Yes, pay off my debts from school.
Oh, yes. They do add up in college, don't
Yes, especially at SC.
Yeah,
So,
no, that's expensive, huh?
Yeah.
You're doing them a lot of good across the country to saying that, too, Patricia.
Yeah.
Nice to have you back. Our challenger, Jim Wark. Hello, Jim. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
And we met you briefly yesterday. Won't you remind us about yourself?
All right, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm out here on the coast on business.
A big fellow from Alabama. You had to play some football.
Well, I did, but this was BB. This was before
BB?
Bear.
You
know,
played at the University of Alabama before Bryant?
That's right. You know, a lot of people don't think there's
Who
ever
was the
been a
center? Newt Rockney? What?
A lot of people think there's never been a coach there but Bear, but there has.
Who was
Red
it?
Drew was coach when I was there.
That's right. He goes back. See, so people have memories there. Good luck to both of you. Nice to see you again. Each player has his or her own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go in the air. The upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Patricia. And as you can see, she has an ace as a base card. Jim has a 9 as a base card. He's the challenger. He plays the lower cards, the blue cards. Before he can begin to call high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. Based on a poll of 100 people, we are at question number 3, and it's game number 2. We play the best 2 out of 3, and Patricia won the first game. So the pressure's on the challenger. He needs this game. As we left off, Patricia, the question goes to you. We asked 100 women, if you could make $1,000 a day, $1,000, it just says, excuse me, $1,000, would you become a stripper for one day? How many women said they would?
$1,000 to strip is really not that much. They could probably get more money doing something else. So I'd say a low number, 20.
Like what? What else, Patricia?
Huh?
What else there? That's a lot of money. 20, she says. Think higher or lower than 20, Jim?
I wish I knew what neighborhood you were in when you rolled that. I'm gonna say that most women are a little more modest than this, and I'm gonna go lower than 20.
Lower than that. Well, if it's lower, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Patricia. The actual number of women who, for $1,000, would become a stripper for a day is 25, not lower. Patricia. And, Patricia, we left off with a base card of an ace. It's still a good card. You have the right to change it, but I doubt if you will.
No, I don't think I will, and I'll say the next card is lower.
Lower than an ace. It's a 4, very much lower. Remember, you can freeze at any time.
I'll continue and say the next card's higher.
Risking that card in this one, higher than a 4? No, it's a 2. You lose both cards back to the base card. Jim, you get a chance to play off the 9. You didn't win the question. You cannot change it. Call this.
Seems like I've seen that card before.
Yes, that 9's been there.
I believe I am going to try it one more time and go lower. The odds have got to get in my favor sooner or later.
How many times have you tried that 9?
I think that's about 4.
Lower than a 9. Oh, no, it's an 8. Jim, you are 5 for 5 with that 9. You're going to have to answer a question to get to change it.
I believe you're right.
And this might be it, because we're at sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Very, very important, as both players need 4 cards. Jim, we asked 100 women, if you went to a party and discovered another woman wearing the same outfit as you, would you leave? How many women said they would leave?
Well, I know that women don't like to have the same thing on as somebody else at a party. But I don't. If it's a good party, I don't believe that they'll take off. I believe 55.
55 of them would leave the party if someone else was in the same dress, Patricia.
I don't think they'd leave. They'd probably go to a different side of the room or try to change it in some way. I'll say it's lower.
Or they could put a couple of large books between them and be bookends. The actual number of women who said they would leave a party because another woman was wearing the same outfit is 7. Very much lower, Patricia. And Patricia, sudden death, you have the ace. You can try to turn over all 4 cards, but if you make a mistake, Jim wins the game. However, and Jim is nodding his head, you can force Jim to play off the 9. He needs 4 cards or the game is yours. Your decision. You want to play it or pass it?
I'm going to pass it again.
Did that come as a surprise to you, Jim, that she passed it to you? Jim, this is it. 1 mistake and Patricia retains the championship. You need all 4 of them to stay in the match. Call that.
All right. Come on down with it.
Lower.
Come on down.
No! He couldn't do it again. Patricia wins the championship. Oh, my goodness. Congratulations, Patricia.
Thank you.
Jim, you couldn't get the handle on the question, so you never got to change the card.
You're right. You know, I think I'll remember that one for a long time.
Thank you for joining us. You're a delightful gentleman, Jim. Patricia, come on down here. Congratulations.
Thanks.
We'll play the money cards where Patricia can win thousands right after this. Back with our champion, Patricia Ortez, and that's nice. The audience is rooting you on. Had some tough luck up there with the money cards before.
Yeah, I sure did. I'll do better this time.
That's the way to feel. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. All right, Patricia, $200 you won in the game. Yours to keep. Got a brand new deck of cards there, all shuffled and cut. And this time we're going to give you new money to play with. You're going to bet that money. $200 on the bottom line. Janice is dealing out 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, another $200 of betting money is added and 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money. And good luck. It can add up. 7 cards, a lot of money up there. Here's $200. And as in the game, a choice of 2 base cards. And your first one is a queen.
Great. It's a good card, and I'm going to say all $200 that the next card is lower.
Right away. Betting it all. $200 lower than a queen. And it is. It's an 8.
Okay, good.
You doubled your money to $400 with an 8.
Okay, that's not such a terrific card. I'll say that $100, the next card's higher.
$100 higher than an 8. No, it's a 4.
Okay, well,
down to $300, but a good card.
It's a good card. I'll go all $300, but the next card's higher.
All right, we're rooting for you. $300 higher than a 4. No, another 4. But you're not out of it because you've only busted on that one level. As we move the 4 up, we give you the other $200 of betting money, Patricia. There are 4 cards to go.
Okay, it's still a good card. I'll say $200. The next card is higher.
All right. It's got to be there. $200 higher than a 4. No! Patricia, people don't bust that off, and you have busted twice in a row, love.
Yeah, this time I didn't even get to the top.
Oh, but you've got $1,600 and you're still here. Come on down.
Here.
My goodness. Those cards don't like you up there.
No.
We'll meet a new challenger. Maybe they'll turn for Patricia right after we take time out for this. All right, Patricia. Let's deal out 2 brand new decks of cards, Anne, if you will, and we'll meet our next challenger on Card Sharks. Diana Jones. Hello, Diana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you also.
Would you tell us about yourself, please?
Yes, I'm a retired school teacher turned entrepreneur. I own my own giftware business. I am married to a tall, dark, and handsome man in the audience, and I am the proud mother of a darling 1.5-year-old Cocker Spaniel puppy named Cuddles.
Oh.
And I love to travel, cook, and jog. One day I'd like to be in a marathon.
Good.
Far from it right now, but one day.
Did you realize you gave us your life there, Diana?
There's more.
That's nice. Good to have you here. Good luck in the match.
Good to be here.
You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Our champion, Patricia, plays the upper cards, the red cards. And Diana, she doesn't have good luck on the money cards,
I
but
know
boy, she
that.
plays well over here. Your work's cut out for you.
Okay, I'm
Patricia,
ready.
our man on the street visited 100 houses in Beverly Hills. Very expensive area. How many of those houses had swimming pools?
I'd say that most of them do. I'll say 85.
85 out of 100 have swimming pools, Diana.
I would say Beverly Hills is a very well-to-do area, and a swimming pool is still very much a status symbol. I'm going to go a little bit higher.
Even higher than that.
Yes.
The actual number of Beverly Hills houses that had pools is 78, not higher. And Patricia again goes to the board first. Your base card, Patricia, a 3.
Okay, that's very nice. I'll keep it and say the next card is higher.
Higher than a 3. It is an ace, very much higher.
That's terrific. I'll say the next card's lower.
Lower than an ace? Yes, it's an
Okay,
8.
I'll freeze right there.
And now we'll move the freeze bar over. Patricia needs just 2 cards, and she kept Diana away from her cards. Diana,
Yes.
we asked 100 people in California, have you ever been to a nudist camp? How many people said they had?
Oh, I'm a California girl, and I've never been to a nudist camp, and I don't know anybody who has. I would say 17.
17. Would you like to go to one
Oh,
sometime?
I'd love it.
Yeah? Patricia, higher or lower?
I again think that they'd rather go to a nude beach than to a nudist colony, but I still think it's lower than 17.
You say lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of people who said they've been to a nudist camp is 3. Very much lower, Patricia.
Okay, I want to change that
You have the right to
card.
change the 8 now.
I want to change it, please.
Here's the next card off the top of your deck. A 2. Great
All
change.
right, that's a terrific card. I'll say the next one's higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a
Great!
jack.
I'm going to go all the way, so the next card's lower.
If this is lower than a jack, you've won the first game of the best 2 out of 3 match for the win. Yes, it's a 7. She did it. Game number 1 to the champion. And we'll set up for the next game, Anne, if you will. What, Diana?
Plus, I didn't even get to see a card.
Boy,
She's good.
we say
She's an
often
SC girl.
we test your ability to judge human nature, and Patricia's really got a handle on that. So, Diana,
Yes?
gotta make a comeback.
Oh, for sure.
Want to go to the nudist colony sometime, huh? You think your husband will go with you?
Oh, I don't know why not. You got to do everything once, right?
Oh, okay. Here are the next cards off the top of the decks. Patricia, the question to you. We asked 100 men. In general, does pornography turn you on or does it turn you off? How many men said pornography turns them on?
I'd say it turns a lot of men on. I think it's a physiological fact that it has to. So I'll say, well, they may not want to admit it. 75.
75.
Okay.
I'd be afraid to ask you about the facts there, Patricia. Diana, higher or lower?
No, last time I had a question, I thought I was so good going higher. I think there are a lot of men who enjoy Playboy, but at the same point, a lot who really don't feel the need to read it at all. I'd say a little lower.
You say lower.
Yeah. And I've got both
I
fingers
understood that
crossed.
logic. Absolutely, yes. The actual number of men who are turned on by pornography is 58. It's lower, Diana. And a look at your base card, Diana. You've got a king.
I love it. I'll go higher.
You go what?
Lower.
No, okay. We don't hold you to that.
I thank you very much.
Lower than a king, and it is. It's an 8.
8 was my favorite number before card chucks, but I'm gonna freeze with an 8.
You'll freeze. And we'll go to question 2, and it goes to you, Diana. We asked 100 women. In general, does pornography turn you on or does it turn you off? How many women said pornography turns them on?
Well, I think it's got to turn a lot of women on because Playgirl is so big, and yet, I'm gonna
certainly
say
is.
40.
40.
Yeah.
Higher or lower, Patricia?
They may be interested, but I don't think it turns them on. So I'll say it's lower
You
still.
say lower?
Yes.
Well, as I recall now, it was 58 men who were turned on. The actual number of women who are turned on by pornography is 34. It's lower. Patricia. Big difference between the men and the women, and Patricia has a 5. You want it?
I'm going to keep it and say the next card is higher.
Higher than a 5? Yes,
Great.
it's a jack.
Okay. I'm going to go on and say the next card's lower.
Lower than a jack. And it
Great.
is. It's a 3.
Okay. I'm still going to continue to say the next card is higher.
Higher than a 3? Yes, a queen.
I'm going to go all the way and say it's lower.
Has she got another run for the championship lower? No! No! After going, boy, you've had several of those runs where you've gone all the way, but not that time. A break for Diana.
Oh,
Call
yes.
this one.
I'm going to go lower.
Lower than an 8. It is.
Oh,
It's a 4.
right. All right, I'm going to go higher, Jim.
Higher than a 4? Yes, very much an ace.
I want to go lower.
For $100 in a tie match, lower than an ace? No! Another ace! Oh, my goodness. Fill in the spaces.
I've seen this happen before.
Oh, wow. Question to you, Patricia. We asked 100 secretaries a ridiculous question. Can you type? How many secretaries confess they could not type?
Most secretaries have to, even if it is just a little. It would have to be a low number. 8.
8 could not type.
8 said they could not type. Oh, here are all these lowers. I would really say they may not be able to type very fast, but I would say lower.
Lower than that?
Yeah.
The actual
You guys
number of
better be
secretaries,
right.
some of whom must have other talents and who said they could not type, is 6. It's lower. Diana. Still looking at an 8. Do you want it?
No, I don't want it.
Next card off the top of the deck is a 7. Little better.
Higher, please.
Higher than a 7. No, it's a 3. She could not advance. Patricia with a 5. Call
Okay,
this.
higher.
Higher than a 5. It's a 9.
I'm going to go on and say the next card is lower.
Lower than a 9. Yes, it's an 8.
I'll freeze.
You'll freeze. And with a 1-card lead, we go to sudden death. The fourth and final question. Someone has to win on this play of the cards. Diana, we asked 100 people in a previous studio audience, very simply, do you wear eyeglasses? How many said yes?
I would say...
Now, you can't count heads, Diana.
I would say out of 100 people, 33 would wear eyeglasses.
33, Patricia. Higher or lower?
Oh, that's really a tough question. There are probably lots of kids in the audience, too. I'm thinking a little bit lower.
Say lower than that.
Yeah.
The actual number of people who wear glasses is 70. Not lower, Diana. It's very much higher.
I want to change that card.
Now, Diana, listen carefully before you
Oh,
make
it's
that
sudden
decision.
death.
It is
Okay.
sudden death. You have the right to change it, yes.
Okay.
But you would have to turn over 3 cards to win. One mistake and Patricia wins, and of course she has a 1-game lead.
Yes.
However, you can force Patricia to play off the 8. She has to turn over these 2 cards or the game is yours. Your decision. You want to play it or pass it?
I want to pass it, Jim.
You want to pass it?
Yes.
Don't want to try it with the 3. Patricia, you got to play the 8. Call this.
Lower.
Lower than an 8. It is lower.
Okay. I have to say it's higher.
If this is higher, Patricia has the championship. If not, we've got a tie match for the win. No, it's not higher, and Diana has tied it up. Wow. 1-1 and a very tough match. The tiebreaker with just 3 cards and 3 questions right after this. In a most exciting and tight match, we are tied at 1-1, each player with 1 game and $100. Let's set up for the tiebreaker with 3 cards up there and 3 questions here. Someone's going on to the money cards. Patricia, the question to you. We asked 100 people, has a bird ever got you on the head? How many people said yes?
You know, some might not even know if a bird did, so it's hard to say.
That's an odd color blonde, then, Patricia. Yes.
Oh, I don't think many. 15.
15. Diana, higher or lower?
I have to say, a bird has gotten me on the head and in my belly button. It's got to be a little higher.
On your belly button,
Right
too?
in my belly button. On the beach, on the beach.
Oh, I see. The actual number of people who were mistaken for statues and been gotten by a bird is 25. It's higher. Diana, you've got that all-important control in the tiebreaker, and you're starting with a 3.
I love it. I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 3. It is a 4. 1 card to go for the championship, or you can freeze. What are you going to do?
Jim, I'm going to go higher.
This is it. We have a new champion if this is higher than a 4. And it is! With a 10. She did it. Diana, congratulations. And Patricia, with all of your bad luck, you're still leaving us with $1,700.
Terrific. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Patricia. Diana, come on down here. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited.
Good. Diana will play the money cards right after we take time out for this commercial message. Diana will play the money cards when next we meet on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive Whirlpool's electric range with self-cleaning oven, lift-up spill guard top, and full-width black glass panoramic door furnished by Whirlpool Corporation. And some of our contestants will receive Cool Ray fashionable sunglasses that win admiring stares while protecting from annoying glare. 86 eye-catching styles. See what you're missing with Cool Ray polarized sunglasses. And Town & Country tableware by Washington Forge. Beautiful Fleetwood handles and mirror-bright stainless steel dishwasher safe from Washington Forge. And seal a meal you're cooking. Airtight bags go from freezer to hot water. No mess, no bother. Daisy Seal a Meal simplifies your life. And Miro's Electric What a Pizzeria. Professional style pizza from frozen mix or scratch. Save 70% energy over range ovens. What a Pizzeria from Miro. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.